Hey everyone, it's Sonicwolf and welcome back to more new Super Mario Bros. Wii. In the last episode, we actually went to the sky's the limit to actually get all of the star coins in about half of World 7. And in this episode, we're going to do the same as last time, which is to get all the star coins in the remaining of World 6. Now, that's the first star coin, but first, I need to turn everything way down. Just for some reason, because I was playing a different game and I forgot to turn the rumble down. Anyway, I also forgot to mention I was kind of out of breath. Ow. Yeah, I kind of really deserved that, but anyway, with those boxer dudes, the only way to get rid of them is if you bump on their heads only 3 times. Just like every other video game, in order to defeat a boss, you just have to hit their weak spot like 3 times. It's the same in that tradition, which is really weird. Now, in there is basically a secret door, which I wouldn't actually figure out. There, you're down for the count. Sorry, I just couldn't make that up. Anyway, there's only the 3rd star coin in the secret door. Now, the second one is probably gonna be like just after this one. We'll get into it later because I'm still mumbling, but hopefully this would actually make sense. So basically, once I get the secret entrance and the 3rd star coin, I'm gonna go back to the haunted house again, just because, well, I need to get that 2nd star coin and do this level for real. Okay, what? Okay, that was close. I don't think that was a smart move. Anyway, let's go up the vine and get what we need, which is coins. And I got exactly 100. Yeah, let Mario do like a ballerina twirl. Okay, so that's the main component for this area. So in that door is going to be the 3rd star coin, which is kind of easy to miss. Sorry about that. That was the Tamagotchi that... Yeah, someone actually gave me the Tamagotchi, and it was actually a really fun item. Even though it was actually made in 1997, it was actually an interesting toy, but it's actually a little bit annoying. In that door is basically just a prank door. It's just a prank, bro. And I'm pretty sure everyone gets that word a little bit like out of hand because it's already dead now. Anyway, the Tamagotchi is actually a really interesting toy. I've actually only heard about it in the Fine Bros Entertainment, I think. And it was actually an interesting toy. Like, it's a digital pet that you can like feed him, you can put it to sleep, and you can give it some medicine and get rid of the poop that's there. But the one thing I really don't know how to do is to increase its discipline. Oh, wait, why am I going there? Why am I going there? Yeah, World 7/5 is basically the secret, the shortcut from the Boo House. Yeah, that toy was actually interesting, and I'm really glad they actually bring that kind of toy back, even though it was mostly in like the early 2000s that it became like a popular kind of toy. So this is gonna suck because I really don't have an... Ow! I just got hit in the foot by a barrel. I mean, how could you even die from barrels? That doesn't make any sense. I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and we're actually gonna walk past against that secret entrance and go up and up and up, because it's really no point with this area, because I don't think there's a star coin or any kind of secrets in there. So in the door we go, and now this section is going to be quite different because it doesn't actually drop as normal, it's going to do that. Alright, now let's defeat all the boos in this section, and if you don't have a star, that's fine, you can basically use the... Well, ow! Okay, I kind of deserve... Well, I don't know if I really deserved it or not, just... Well, now this item, nothing. Let's go up here, nothing. Okay, that one's a prank, but this door is actually the realistic one, I think. Okay, so... where that Boo is. Boo, found you. That pun is a little too much, but, well, what are you gonna do about it? Anyway, we got second star coin, and let's get out of here. Alright, so what are you guys up to? I don't know, like, what's still happening because it's COVID that's still going on. I mean, it would have been nice if it actually finished at the end of this year, because that year was just horrendous. Especially the bushfires and the COVID happening, and it's getting a little bit frustrating. But I was actually watching a different Power Rangers season, which is honestly the best season, which is Time Force. Now, Time Force was actually released in 2001 based on the Super Sentai counterpart, Time Ranger. But the interesting thing is it has good actors, it has good villains, the series had a balanced sense of humor, and it's actually quite enjoyable for the most part. I did actually watch a few episodes of Time Ranger, and the plot is somewhat similar. But I would say that Time Force and Time Ranger are a good example of adapting Super Sentai into Power Rangers, and Samurai being the worst. Because the dialogue, the acting in Samurai is really not that good. Especially when they copy the dialogue, which doesn't really suit well for the American actors. But Time Force, they actually changed the dialogue a little bit so it makes more sense. But the acting was really strong, and even Ransik was actually a very, very cool villain, even though it wasn't part of Sentai. It was actually a really, really interesting villain. He can fight and he can get involved. But the one thing I was kind of disappointed about is that they actually, like, for most of us that we've seen it, we actually saw the uncut version, which basically means the citywide destruction scenes were actually cut it out because of the 9/11 incident. Now, if you guys really don't know what I'm really explaining here, after 9/11 happened in 2001, for the last 20 episodes were actually re-edited for international audiences, so the citywide destruction scenes and some of the lines from the characters would have to be changed, which is kind of a shame because, yeah, if you actually watch Time Ranger, you can actually see some of the uncut scenes. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, the first star coin is basically up here, which is kind of good. Whoa, okay. Okay, get in the thank you. Yes, get in the thank you. And I'm pretty sure Liam's gonna laugh because he saw that 69 coin number and now it's 70. I'm not gonna laugh at it too much because that joke is getting... Oh, hang on. When it's on the platform, turn this way. That jump just made it annoying. Yeah, items can actually jump based on the music, which is really bizarre. Okay. Jump in there safely, and I don't know what music that's originally from, but this is actually the safest way to get that star coin instead of dropping on the floor. It happened numerous times. Anyway, turn to the right, and there we go. Oh, I forgot to mention the platforms. It does work on this, on like multiplayer, which really is annoying. Let's do that, and do that, and do that, and do nothing. Okay. Well, at least we did a numerous amount of combos on the Koopas. So anyway, let's quickly get the 8 red coins so we can at least get a special item. There we go. Now, the special item today is the Ice Flower. Sounds like I'm a narrator of some sport or something, but hey, at least I won't be highly annoying. But anyway, let's... No! Whoa! Whoa! That was a very close call. I thought I was gonna die there for a moment, or just get killed from the TV screen. Now, the third star coin is actually very, very difficult to get because you need a bullet bill for an extra jump. And we'll explain to you how to do it if the top one can get out the scope. Thank you. So, what you want to do is to do this. There we go. I would say that is actually way easier than getting up in the secret pipe in World 2 to get to the cannon. And, Well, okay. Now, this is actually the easiest way to get tons of one-ups, but you need to be very precise on where you land and where you jump. Like that, like that, like that, like that. And there we go. We got a 99 lives back, which is good. There we go, and very nice. Okay, so now we got our one-ups back to normal, and we don't have a hat anymore, so now let's just get the flag. I really don't need to reach the top of the flag, I just want to complete the missions by getting all the star coins, because the main reason is that star coins are actually used to unlock, you know, movies and clips, like give you hints, which is actually the best part. But the hardest bit about it is finding where they are in non-visible areas, which I really hate. But it does give you a bit of a secret as to where the secret entrances are, especially World 7, World 6 with its secret. Which one is it? Oh, no, it's World 7 that we did in the previous episode. I hated that one, and I just couldn't figure out where the secret pipe is. Anyway, we got a propeller mushroom, which I did not even know. And yes, this is actually another practice run I did, but hey, at least I won't complain too much if I fail too much. Anyway, let's go on this P block. Yeah, Mario is actually standing on a switch with P. That's a great joke there. Anyway, get the last ones? No, we missed one! Anyway, the second star coin, I would say you're going to need a P-switch for this, which is really important because it's basically in a row of coins, so you gotta play smart. Yeah, it's just like a Pokemon, you gotta play smart. Anyway, that's where the star coin is, but there's a P-switch here. If you do that, if you get the spinning part, you can actually get the star coin, which is actually probably the simplest way to get it. Oh, Jesus! I am the craziest gamer. Yeah, I just call it crazy because I sound kind of crazy with this type of nonsense. Anyway, in here is the third star coin, which is really difficult to notice, except that little gap. How dare you roll it up? How dare you shrink? How dare you cut, the actual height? Yeah, the Goomba just made you shorter for some reason. Anyway, I don't know how that actually works. When you're normal size, how can we get hit by a Goomba but still shrunk in height for some reason? It's really bizarre. Or it doesn't really make any sense. Well, it's a game, so it doesn't have to be realistic. Anyway, now that we've done the basis stages, which I really thought I was going to suck at because they're intensely more difficult, let's go to the secret stage and see how this one goes. Now, this secret stage is actually very, very, interesting as such, because we have these flying enemies. Now, the smaller ones can actually lift you, and the big ones lower you. Okay, that one really sucks. And, of course, they can hit you. Now, in here is basically something special. It is Yoshi! Hey there! Now, Yoshi would either make this easier or harder, depending on how well you turn out. But unfortunately, you can't actually do the shake move, which would actually clear a bunch of clouds. But he is actually much easier to basically land. Now, the first star coin, you want to do that? Whoa! No! Okay, so that's how you get the first star coin, except for the Luigi. Instead of the Yoshi, falling to its doom. But anyway, if you jump on those things enough, you'll actually get the one-up. But since I fell off, I lose it. So... But what's even worse, this stage does not have any checkpoints. I'm not even joking. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back after getting the first star coin. Now, I would say this stage is actually much harder. Okay, whoa! Okay, that was a near close call. I would say Mario would be a little bit easier, especially removing the clouds, which will give you a bit of an edge as to where you're actually going. No! How did I miss that jump? Okay, we're back, for the second time. Now, hopefully I do not actually fail this platforming jump. I mean, I only lost a life, like, once in my practice run, and I did really badly for this actual recording, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, but anyway, so that's the second star coin. Now, the third one is basically, there's basically going to be a bunch of larger flying dudes. Let's just call it flying dudes. That's what I would call them if I don't remember their actual names. Anyway, I find this easier without Yoshi. I mean, I'm not saying Yoshi is useless in this game, but I find it a bit easier, especially when you're trying to see where you're going. Anyway, you want to go to that side of the screen very quickly, and we got a bunch of one-ups. Now, if you actually step on these guys for well enough, you can actually get, I would say 10 jumps on them. You can actually get a 1-up. Now, the only difference, if you actually go on the taller pipe, which is the higher one, it'll be like an easier way to reach the top of the flag. But in my practice run, there is actually a better way to reach the top of the flag when you're on the down pipe. You want to do this and do that. See? Yeah, I mean, if you didn't actually do well for your first time run, just keep practicing, you'll actually get it. I mean, it took a long time for, to do these shortcuts and these practice speed runs. It's kind of difficult. Now, what's really interesting is after you finish the stage, you can actually go in that direction of the castle and actually, the only problem is you won't get any star coins in this area, but it will take you to the boss instantly. So after I get all the star coins in this, I'm actually going to do the castle again, just to show you what will happen if you go to the other vine, which is the shortcut. So, and let's do that. Now, this stage, we have spikes and drills, just like World 6, if I remember. But this one is actually a little bit challenging because we have some clouds there, which makes it annoying. Yeah, everything is annoying, how I explained everything. Anyway, we have a larger dry bones. Now, you think these guys are impossible to defeat? No, what you can do is do this. Do that. Now, the problem is, how would you get up there? Well, you just do this. Or you can jump on the giant dry bones, which is the only way. So that's the first star coin. Now the second one, I probably should have waited. Like I said, I don't have patience, which is... the one thing I don't like in games is patience, because that's what kills me. Anyway, let's get rid of those dudes before it causes some massive trouble. Okay, there's actually a pipe in between these two spike things. Let's jump. Do that. And there we go. Sorry if I actually paused for a moment because I was trying to concentrate. So, let's do that. Yeah, it is really difficult to actually commentate and play the game at the same time, especially when you're trying to focus on not screwing the section up. So, in that block is basically just an ice flower, or a mushroom if you're small. And there's the second star coin, which is probably not the easiest to get, but I would say it's quite challenging, that I would admit. Anyway, be patient. I really don't like patience, which is the problem. Now, in this here is even more patience, which is waiting for those spikes to fall down. Okay, the first star coin is really easy to miss because it's up in this gap, which I have no idea how you're supposed to figure it out when you first run. Now let's jump over everything and fail to duck. Okay, that was really bad. Anyway, that's all the star coins. Now, there is actually an item here, which is a propeller for some reason. I didn't know there's a propeller in here. I looked everywhere for an invincible block, but I didn't really know it was supposed to be a propeller. It's not even a fire flower. Anyway, the boss fight we're going to encounter is probably the reason you'll need the propeller, and you'll actually see why. Hey, Kamek, how's it going? And now what's going to happen is, he's going to make the TV screen on the bottom glow. And then there is basically platforms. Now, I think this is the reason why you need the propeller, is to do that. But if you're regular Mario, it would be a bit challenging because you have to step from platform to platform to platform without falling, which is the scariest part. But the good thing is his wand or his attacks doesn't actually do the homing, which is a relief. But he does actually spread more spread, which is a bit challenging. Anyway, we've got 99 one-ups. Let's go down to the slightest way. There we go. Alright, so now I think this is probably the last key in the game, I guess? I don't really know. But I do think what the key is for is to actually unlock World 9, but in order to harness its power, you need to get all the star coins in each world, which I think it would make sense as to why you need keys. I didn't look this up on Wikipedia, there's no fan theory of this. This is probably just my thought as to reason why you need the keys. Stop! Hey, stop! So we collected all the star coins of World 7. Just 2 more worlds to go. Just 2 more. If you're probably wondering what I'm actually thinking, I'm thinking of what is the next Let's Play I'm going to do after this one. So we've entered World 8, and of course every last world is going to involve lava, which is kind of common. Well, except for Kirby's Epic Yarn, which lava is basically the second world part, I guess. So anyway, I'm actually going to show you what would happen if you reach the other path of the castle. So let's go up and continue going this way. I'm not going to get the mushrooms because it's kind of cheap. Now we reached the chimney of the castle, and in here is this. You drop down and there's a couple of coins, which doesn't have anything in them, which is kind of pointless. And that pipe will lead you to this section. Okay, what? You know what, let's exit. I'm not going to defeat the boss again. I just wanted to show you what will happen if you go to the chimney. So, next time on Super Mario Bros. Wii, man, I'm tired. We are going to do a few stages of World 8. So, see you guys there.